just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders.
Your 2026 Washington Commanders.
On the visitor's sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike McDonald. His team coming off a shutout victory last time out. On the other side, Commanders head coach Dan Quinn. His guys also 2-0, so this is a good measuring stick matchup early in the season.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Mike Tirico next to the great tight end, Greg Olsen. Glad you are joining us for this one. Off we go from Northwest Stadium. Third season for Jaden Daniels with the Commanders. Number 2 overall pick, had a fabulous rookie season in 2024. Some bumps and injuries in year 2, and here he is now in year 3.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
He'll step up and run this. And he'll get this one close to a first down, maybe a yard short. That's a nice pickup with that first down scramble.
A gain of 9.
You have to admire when quarterbacks are willing to put their head down and fight for some extra yardage, Mike. But sometimes the juice ain't worth the squeeze. Get down, protect yourself, live to play another snap.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and a yard. Off the RPO, this one to McLaurin. He's going nowhere, losing yardage on that play.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
3 plays in and a test. It's 3rd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. He's got a man, it's McLaurin. They get 18 on the pitch and catch. First down, Washington.
I think it's so critical to start the game fast. I mean, you hear every coach and player harp on it in their press interviews and in their conferences. It's something that everybody stresses, but it's easier said than done. So I think for them to come out and face an early 3rd down and be able to pick up a first and extend this possession, I think it goes a long way towards everybody on that sideline and in that huddle just taking a deep breath.
Look there at the numbers that Krusky Merritt put up last time out. 16 carries, 57 yards. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. The motion man here is McLaurin. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Slot man gonna move in motion left. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And let's give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's second down and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
Yards to go.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
In motion, Okonkwo. On third down, they'll throw with Daniels. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find the throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On the returner, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he will dive into the end zone. 82 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg, it is a beautiful thing to watch. 11 come together. We always focus on the return man, but the entire special teams unit paves the way for that score.
And all week, Mike, when you talk to this group, the coaches thought they had an advantage in the return game, and I think we can see why. They felt their scheme and their blockers was a great matchup against this kickoff unit, and in this case, it's very easy to see why.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. His kick is good. And the Seahawks move out to a 7-3 lead.
Commanders 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback. The Commanders' offense ready to get back at it. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A run to begin the drive, and it's Krosky Merritt. And a nice tackle in the open field limits the gain to only 1.
The tackle by Josh Jobe. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing is Daniels. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Rodney Thomas. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jumped that route, challenged the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Seahawks are led out by Sam Darnold, year 9 out of USC. Of course, what a ride it was last year after all the stops. Finally reaching the mountaintop and winning Super Bowl 60.
Maybe the best NFL journey, I don't want to say of all time, Kurt Warner's is pretty unique, but, man, you think about the way his...
All right, guys, double time.
for dead, bounces around a couple organizations, spends a year as the backup in San Francisco, and then that 1 year in Minnesota, everything changes. He parlays it into a free agent deal a season ago in Seattle. The rest is history. Now he walks onto the field as Super Bowl champion Sam Darnold, and man, it couldn't have happened to a better guy.
A peek at his receiving numbers from a week ago, part of the offensive performance that led them to victory. So play caller's dream, 2nd and inches. Now it's the rookie, the first rounder, Darian Price. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd.
2 receptions for him on this drive. This one, good for 16 yards.
First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, it's Milrow. Looking Smith and Jigba's way again, and again a catch.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Myers now to add the PAT. He's got it, and the Seahawks extend their advantage to 14-3.
Seahawks 14, Commanders 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Commanders' offense ready to get back to work. They'll start out 1st down and 10. Play action. Here's Daniels. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
It's a loss of 3.
Byron Murphy in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year. Never fun to be 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. That's a short one caught by Sinnott. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
To throw is Daniels. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter. So after 1, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. On 4th down, the Commanders going to send out their veteran Tress Way to punt. Rashid Shaheed back to return this one. Returnable from his own 4. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. 49ers return to offense. And the longtime Buccaneer Mike Evans, part of this San Francisco offense now. And before this drive starts, let me take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. They'll start on the ground with Price. And this defense plays it beautifully. They knock him back to the 7.
There hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
Out of the gun, it's Milrow. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. They'll go play action with Milrow. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it's going to be fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. He works free, right side, inside the 20. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 93 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on fourth down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate, but in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks move out to a 21-3 advantage.
Commanders 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Williams. And he goes nowhere. Buried back at the 15-yard line.
At their own 15-yard
Here comes the
line.
Washington offense now. They get set to take over. Already Sunday number 3 of the NFL season. Let's remind you of what's ahead. The Rams, who played on Monday night, another national game, and a good matchup, interconference against Denver at Mile High, followed on Monday night by the Eagles and Bears at Soldier Field. Remember the double doink game from 2018. That comes right 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Chicago time. We'll start the drive with Krosky Merritt. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And he is buried in the backfield. Loss of a couple.
2nd and 2. You're thinking, I got 2 downs to get 2 yards. How hard can that be? Well, against this defense, it turns out to be a big challenge. They take you back for a loss at 2, and now you find yourself on 3rd down.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Chig Okonkwo was the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Tress Way now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. That's fielded at about the 18. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Seahawks return to the field. And their 1st-round draft pick, Jackson, Smith, and Jigba getting back to work. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They go play action now with Milrow. A dive and a catch. Incredible. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a first down.
And his great game continues. And all game long, Mike, he's really been on the receiving end of a lot of big plays. But I think we might have just seen his best one yet.
On play action, Milrow. A throw downfield caught by Tyson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. One big play followed by another. This one good for 28. In some rhythm, the drive rolling. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, they give it to Price. And they'll have 1st and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, and a nice run here by Price. And I think there was a lot of concerns, Mike. How are the Seahawks going to replace last year's Super Bowl MVP, Kenneth Walker? He moved on in free agency to the Chiefs. But, you know, that's what great teams do. They find the next guy up. And I'll tell you, you talk to people around this building, they think this young back can be special.
Milrow. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Elijah Arroyo. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 3rd touchdown catch this year. Myers now to add the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks stretch it out, leading now by the score of 28-3.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away.
Oh, so close. I mean, those are tough. You go that far, and it doesn't result in a touchdown. But give that kicking team a little bit of credit now. They never gave up on the play, but what a return it was inside the 10-yard line. That was sensational.
Here's a run. Down to the 4. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Price, the ball carrier. He was brought down at the 4-yard line. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Go. Play action. It's Milrow. That's going to be caught. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it. And the Seahawks stretch things out even further.
35. Commanders 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Williams now to return. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. They're going to be backed up now to start this drive. The Commanders' offense starting to trot out for this next possession. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Daniels. And he'll go into the slide there. It'll be a gain of a couple.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 7-yard line.
In motion, Okonkwo. And they won't get another play off. We have reached the 2-minute warning. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Second down, they need 7. They'll throw with Daniels. That one complete to Jalen Lane. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
3rd and a yard. They'll try to pick it up with Krosky Merritt. He'll keep those legs churning, and he's got the first down at about the 23-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards.
Daniels now on first down. He'll let this go deep for Diggs. That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
It is 3rd and long. Daniels now going to look to throw. On target. Got it to McClure. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks.
So the two teams head for their respective locker rooms, and we head to Orlando. Scott Hansen has our halftime report. Scott.
Our look at the NFL starts now. In the Steel City, it's the Steelers at home to take on the Bengals in the AFC North. And it's one of the new pieces in Pittsburgh, Michael Pittman Jr. He's going to run the deep route here and pull it in. 42 yards for the touchdown. The Steelers looking to go 3-0 to start the year. They lead at the half. From there, let's go out to Orchard Park. It's the 2nd ever regular season game at new Highmark Stadium. The Chargers taking on the Bills. And here is Joe Mixon. He's loose, and they're not gonna catch him. 27 yards on the rushing touchdown. The Bills still trail, however, and that game's gone to half. Lastly, after some debate here internally, we've settled on our Impact Player of the Week. It is this man. And it's the new Falcons quarterback for 2026, Tua Tagovailoa. A perfect throw to the end zone, 39 yards for the touchdown. The Falcons do, however, wind up falling in this one. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Price trying to work the inside. A good physical run, motoring forward for 9.
Price, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake, here's Milrow. Outright Smith and Jigba has it. It'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line. Closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. He's been outstanding. That one good for a first down. On a handoff, here's Price. He's got space inside the 25, and he's going to be taken down. 19 more on that one, and another first down.
First down, Seattle.
Now, faking the give. That is caught at the 3. And he will score again. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Myers now to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will add one more onto their big lead.
Commanders 3. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Couldn't take the chance. They're going to return it from the goal line. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Their own 20-yard
The Commanders' offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Already Sunday number 3 of the NFL season. Let's remind you of what's ahead. The Rams, who played on Monday night, another national game, and a good matchup, interconference against Denver at Mile High, followed on Monday night by the Eagles and Bears at Soldier Field. Remember the double doink game from 2018. That comes right 8:15 Eastern, 7:15 Chicago time. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Short one there to Okonkwo. And will mark him down up beyond the 30. Trying to find something positive. This has been a rough one. A bright spot there with the first down.
First and 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
He's trying to get around the corner, but he can't. He's going to be run down behind the line. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Daniels with a give to Krosky-Merritt. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
The motion man here is McLaurin. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. Hit as he throws, that one will fall to the turf, and it's incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good 3rd down stop, and it sets up 4th down.
So here in the second half, it's obvious the offense finds themselves in a tough spot, trailing by this many points, but really what makes it difficult is when you have to operate, Mike, in a comeback situation where you have to air the ball out every single play. It stresses your offensive line. It stresses your quarterback. It stresses your playmakers. It is just a really difficult way to play offensive football in the NFL, and they've got to do it really for the remainder of this half.
Milroe now off the bootleg. A throw on the move is caught. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Seattle.
On the give, it is Price. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 2 plays, 2 nice pickups to start the drive. This one a gain of 18.
On the play.
And what a start to this drive. A little bit of everything. First, you get the explosive pass to start it out, and then you follow it up on the ground, picking up good yardage. The ability to weave back and forth as a play caller, it just puts so much pressure on the defense.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Another run here with Price. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A 6-yard
Come to the line for 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw it with Milroe. Over the middle, it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
On the zone read, here's Daniels. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
Runs it on the option. DeMarcus Lawrence on the stop. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7 at the 14-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Daniels. Right side, catch made by McLaurin. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. It's going to be third. They need 1. The motion man here is McLaurin. And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this third quarter of play. They'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard. Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he's not going to get there. Wallop right at the line of scrimmage, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. Seahawks back to work on offense, including the 2025 NFL Offensive Player of the Year, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. On 1st and 10, it's Milroe. There's that man again, another catch. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. The defense just has not been able to keep him under wraps. Now 10 catches in the game. On 1st down, it is Price. Finding space at the 15. And he is out of bounds at the 4-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. The last run going to put him up over 100 yards for this one. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal.
Let's go now. 77 Wolf.
Now Milroe. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Touchdown, Seattle. He is having a performance to remember. There is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks add on to their already sizable lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for
The
Seattle.
kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Going to return this from the 10. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This offense making its way out as they do. Why don't we check out their upcoming schedule for the next 3 weeks. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. To throw is Daniels. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Man in motion, it's Diggs. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Well, they come to the line. Not an easy one to convert. 3rd and very long. Man in motion, it's Diggs. On 3rd down, they'll throw with Daniels. They somehow managed to get rid of that one before the sack. Incomplete and sets up 4th down.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
The Commander's about to send this one away. And he'll be kicking right into the full effects of the wind. Now the return, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Hey, Greg, this has been something to watch. Let's go through some of these highlights. Touchdown after touchdown after touchdown.
And this is one of those games where dreams are reality, Mike, and you just can't ever predict when you're going to have a game like today, where just every play call, every ball that you throw, every option that you have downfield is wide open and productive. It's pretty incredible, the ability for them to continue to have their way with this defense, because barring some sort of change from this secondary where they come up with some answers, I don't even think they're done scoring just yet.
Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. He's got it! And he'll be taken down. A big play for Seattle. 65 yards. So the big play gets him down close. And now it's 1st and goal. Here's Milrow to throw. That is caught in the end zone. He's got it. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the 2nd half. Myers now to add the PAT. And he missed it. It's no good. One of the few things that's gone wrong so far. So they're unable to add one more point onto this big lead.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10.
The Commanders' offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Daniel. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And the Seahawks have come up with the recovery.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up.
And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. And with that, NFL history, that's the record. 7 touchdowns in one game. So, yet another celebration, and this one has a little bit of history with it. He has set the NFL record, the most receiving touchdowns in a single game. Now the point after try from Myers. The kick is good. And the Seahawks stretch things out even further.
Commanders 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He'll take it at the 12. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Commanders' offense ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Middle of the field, he's got a Conquo. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
They run with White. Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8.
27.
Now Daniels. That's going to be incomplete. They cannot hook up there. And that takes us to the 2-minute warning. The Commanders set to kick this one away as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Seahawks offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Coverage by Mikey Samrastill.
To the air, it's Milrow. Taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Just that little extra second you allow your wide receiver to continue to work open by the ability to move the pocket. Buy time with your feet, but remain a passer.
So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll go play action with Milrow. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Nick Cross there defensively.
19 Tiger.
Play action. It's Milrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
At the 6-yard line.
Play action. Milrow. That is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seahawks. This is just getting silly at this point. That's his 8th touchdown of this game. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Washington offense now. They get set to take over. And they are still searching for that first touchdown of the game. Greg, this defense that they're going against has been like a brick wall.
And especially this front seven. And listen, Mike, we all know this is a passing league. But what you want to do is you want to at least be unpredictable on offense, meaning you want to be in what they call 50-50 downs. I got an equal opportunity to both run or pass based on the down and distance. When you have nothing to show for on first and second down on the ground, you find yourself in must-pass scenarios, and you're playing right into the hands of the defense. So I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Right back to Krosky Merritt. And no room to be found. We'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Here's 3rd and 2.
No gain on the play. Makes it 3rd and 2.
So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.